One Piece! We got news. We got big news. Where's my big news button? We got posters. We got pictures. Poster. One Piece, Netflix coming big 2026. This looks really, really good. This looks really, really good. Now, still, and I said this the first time I saw it, the scale of Laboon compared to the ship does look slightly weird to me. The ship looks too big. I don't know if it realistically looks that way or what, but it's just something about the scale. Hold up. Going Merry Laboon. What did it look like in the anime? Was it also? I mean, yeah, pretty much. I don't know why it looks kind of like IRL. The ship looks too big. Weirdly, I don't know. It's not even true. Like in the anime, it's basically the same thing. Maybe it's just because it's real. It looks odd. It looks good though. Like the scars and everything. Cinema. What? The crew's never coming back? Shut up. Shut up. Yes, he is. Crew's never coming back. Yes, he will. He'll be back. His perspective, smaller mouth. I think it's a multitude of things. That it looks like just slightly odd. Very good poster. All right, what are these? Oh, this is actually Laboon. I mean, I love myself some water physics. Look at that slight wave over there. Look at this water physics. I do like myself some good water physics. There it is. I mean, the red line looks really, really good. Or reverse mountain, call it whatever. The red line looks really, really good. It actually fades into the clouds, and obviously the clouds are like, why are they so low? But it looks really, really good. I like this. This is great. Even look at how far it stretches. Cinema. People are still going on about the shoes. What? No. In the big 2025, people still talking about the goddamn shoes. Okay. That's Crocus. That's Crocus. That's my boy. Also, look at this. We got Golly Law. We got the Sun Pirates. Alabasta Princess still missing. Wait, is this supposed to be the whatchamacallit? Is this not like the Alabasta flag or something? Does Alabasta have a flag? It does. It's not the sun. It's just it's the Alabasta flag. I thought so. I was like, why would that be on there? It's the Alabasta flag. Never mind. I don't think there's anything else. You can't make out anything else. Like I don't think so. It's like the only Easter eggs here is Golly Law and this. What is WENP? It should be World Economic World Economic something, I think. World Economic Newspaper, I think is what it's called. Right? Yes, World Economic Newspaper or Journal. I thought it was newspaper, but it's newspaper. I love the fact you immediately went to the paper. Bro, cause monkey brain. Of course, I saw the Golly Law symbol. Crocus looks really, really good. Like, literally, this might be the most manga-accurate image of a character I have had thus far. Because Roger looked very different from the way I imagined him. Luffy looked a little bit different. Like, every single character looked a little bit different from how, like, my mental image existed. Bro, Crocus is literally one-to-one. It's actually insane how accurate he is. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Pictures in the background? I was looking at the pictures. I don't know what they are. Like, this low-key looks like some kind of weird Mihawk thing. Like, this could be, like, see? This is the coat, this is the hat. But I think this is a wanted thing, isn't it? Like, this is, I think, wanted. Not the full word, obviously, it's like 3 letters. But this looks like a Mihawk coat, but I don't think it is. Everything else here, like, I think is just background props. Like, I don't think there's much to read into there, unfortunately. And this is them chilling. Bro, look at them. I like how everyone, like, look at this. Zoro is having a single drink, Nami is having a drink, the rest of them are just standing around, and then there's Luffy. Luffy's just casually chowing down on a whole pan of food by himself. Very lore accurate. Very, very lore accurate. I assume this is when he tells them about the log pose. I assume this is the log pose lore drop. Based on purely the way they're like crowded up around him. I think that trait was made for the group. Well, look. Sometimes, you know, like, it's made for a group. But, you know how it goes. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. Sometimes things are better left for the captain. Captain's gotta be strong and well-fed. Remember that. We looked at these flowers before. So we got a bunch of weird-looking flowers. Other than that, I don't think there is any else Easter eggs. Any else Easter eggs grammar. Crocus looks really good though. This is outside of Laboon. It seems doesn't mean that it won't get whatever that is. I mean, in the anime, they also talked on the side of Crocus's thingy. They meet inside, but Crocus explains log pose. This happened on the outside. They were, this is the scene, I think, right here. They were standing on the outside, and then Crocus was explaining it. I remember. The Crocus solo pick is inside. I think this is inside Laboon. I think it would have to be. Which, by the way, how are they going to handle the little funny Raftel thing in live action? How's that gonna work? Because this is where we're gonna hear about it. This is where we hear of Raftel. Right? He explains it. Just call it the last island? Nah, it has to be named. It has to be named. My boy Crocus. My boy Crocus. World Economic Newspaper. You know what I really, really want? We haven't really addressed the newspaper in universe. I hope we get to hear him. He has to mention Big News Morgan. He has to say something about that big chicken still spreading propaganda. Please. Please have him say something along the lines of, oh, that damn chicken still spreading propaganda. Big News Morgan. Big News Morgan. Nanto big news, so exactly. Exactly. Old log posts where some of the letters are worn down and missing. Something like that, something like that. Man, I can't wait. I'll be very, very curious if they try to emulate all the very, very... Surely I'm not the only one who thought that Crocus was talking about Roger, right? Like, I think in terms of, like, hints, it was very, very heavy-handed on making you think that he's talking about Roger when he's not, right? I wonder if the anime will actually, not the anime, if the live action will actually lean in the opposite direction and already hinted at being Brooke, or maybe they'll do the same thing. Because personally, I really like the sort of the way you were misled initially into thinking that it's Roger. I kind of enjoyed that. Because Roger was always built up as like this larger than life figure, and it felt like he was almost omnipresent. But then slowly, character by character, like that mirage is kind of dismantled a little bit, and I kind of enjoyed that. So I don't know. I don't know. I wonder how they'll handle the scene in the comment of the photo. You mean this one? This scene is goated. I'll never forget the introduction of Crocus. Actual cinema. Roombar pirate ship already leaked. We know they're getting a flashback. Yeah, but they can always make it like vague enough, because the Roombar pirate ship is also in the anime. I never had the impression that he was talking about Roger. Nah, that's a lie. There no shot you went into One Piece blind and didn't think it's Roger again. I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that. Hold up.
In the Grand Line. Things like weather are eyes at the end. I'm just tagging along for the Tail Island has to be massive in terms of importance. Absolutely love trying. Can't wait to see more of what the Grand Line has to offer.
Wait, hold up. Did I just say the final island must be massive? Hold up.
I'll do that in the next video. Either way, this Raftel Island has to be massive in terms of importance.
Oh, you naive little boy. Let's listen to that again.
To go a little bit more into why I still believe that, just let me know and I'll do that in the next video. Either way, this Raftel Island has to be massive in terms of importance, and I can't wait to see more of what the Grand Line has to offer, especially in terms of these little lore bits being dropped. As you have noticed, I absolutely love trying to dig into these little clues and try to predict what we might see next. Finally, Mr.
True.
9 and Miss Wednesday reappear Island's crew. As we see, we get one if they could take them to Whiskey Peak, and thus we say goodbye to Crocus and Laboon and set sail toward the next island. Though we get one final scene that really made me a lot more confident in my theory that the pirates who befriended Laboon were Gold Rogers' crew. As we see the Straw Hats sail off, Crocus has this short monologue about how these pirates might have been the ones they've been waiting for all this time, ending with, "Don't you think, Roger?" Again, obviously doing.
See? I thought it was him. I'd rather them hint at Rayleigh and teasing Sabaody. I don't know. That just implies that he knew Roger. Well, yeah, but obviously, like when you are so like tunnel visioned on everything being Roger, of course I didn't even think about another random pirate crew. Of course I didn't. But yeah, I think this last island Raftel will be hugely important to the story. I know. Man, the scripting of these videos was rough, wasn't it? Yeah, the final island, Raftel. I kind of hope they just say Raftel, honestly. I hope it's just some kind of thing where it's they could even do some kind of thing about language, right? Because we know that there's like the poneglyph script. They can even just add in a separate language where things are eventually lost over time or something, like the true name of it. There's a bunch of ways they can handle it. I did think it was Roger, though. Shouldn't Crocus know the real name of the island? No, right? Because he didn't really travel around with them all the time, so no. He was there? He was! Why is bro spreading fake news? Bro is spreading fake news. What the hell is a Raftel? I forgot that he was actually on the island in the final voyage as well. Completely forgot that he was actually there for the final voyage. They gotta figure out a way to make it not seem like weird. Would you tell any random crew that enters the Grand Line that you were on Roger's crew? No, but he explicitly said that these are the pirates that you've been waiting for. Isn't that right, Roger? So they weren't some random pirate crew. Okay? It's not even true. Look at him. The goat. That's why I'm mentioning Rayleigh. I really do think you have a better chance at him telling them about a ripoff bar and to stop by to see an old friend of his. You know what? That's actually a very interesting point I didn't even think about. One thing that the live action is going to lack, that's not a thing in the anime, is we saw the same thing with Avatar. The way they structure these shows, they always want to have a northern star. That's why in season 2, Nami falling sick and them going to Drum Island to get a doctor is going to be an overarching narrative, right? Because it is going to end with Drum Island, and then Alabasta is going to be season 3. Them setting up a long-term northern star where we already know that we are looking for a certain old friend of his, that might actually be a very, very good breadcrumb that they want to plant there super early. Because with the anime and with the manga traveling around, that's just accepted in the medium. But with live action shows, they don't really like the fact that you're just kind of aimlessly going between islands. Because a bunch of early One Piece is by design, kind of just like we go on this adventure, and then we're just going to the next island with we don't know what's there. But that doesn't usually work in live action. They even changed around like the way Baratier to Arlong Park worked and all that, right? Even though even there, like we already had a reason for going there. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. It could be that they want to establish a long-term goal that isn't just like the final island. When do you think the full trailer for One Piece will drop? Honestly, at this point, I don't know. Because, like, next week there is New York Comic Con. Not even next week, it's this weekend. But I don't think One Piece would drop anything there. Right? So I don't even know what's left now. Because, like, we're about to be into the fall season. I don't know. When did Avatar's trailer drop? January 23rd. So, it could be next year. There is still a decent chance the trailer only drops next year. I don't think it would. I mean, who knows?